Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Briana Jones.
And I'm Antonio Reese. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics.
The Trojan football team got their second loss of the season this past Saturday against the Flames of Liberty. Although it wasn't a conference game, it's still an upsetting loss for the team.
We played bad football on Saturday afternoon, and we can talk about it a bunch, but it was bad.
And if you're wondering exactly what bad means to head coach Neil Brown, it's a 16-22 loss against Liberty. That loss includes 3 turnovers to the Flames' 1 in Saturday's game, making the Trojans 5-12 in turnover battles under Brown.
Hats off to Coach Gill and Liberty. He had his team ready. They played better than we did, and that's why they won. I thought the team was emotionally ready to go. You know, it's not one of those deals where you're flat and you're playing a non-league game. You know, I wish you could chalk it up to that. It wasn't that. And, you know, I thought our kids emotionally were ready to go. We just didn't play well.
Instead of picking a specific issue to focus on for the loss of this game, Brown blames himself.
And first and foremost, I think that's on me. That's my job as a head coach, to make sure we play better, and our staff. We didn't do a good enough job. You know, it's one thing when you go and you have a bunch of lack of efforts, or that wasn't it. Our kids played hard. We just didn't play very well. And I think that's got to be taken by myself and the staff first and foremost.
I think the things that got us beat in this game are we're able to fix, and it's not any confusion. You know, we didn't come out and play to the best of our ability, and that's something we can control and work on getting ready for South.
The Trojans have the entire week to prepare for their rival game against South Alabama in Mobile. Briana Jones, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports.
The Trojan soccer team played their last home game of the season on Sunday afternoon. However, the team was not able to give their graduating seniors the send-off they wanted. Shaz Pirani has the story.
The Troy University women's soccer team lost a hard-fought battle to conference-leading Texas State 3-0 on Senior Day this past Sunday. Head coach Jed O'Connor says small mistakes led to the loss.
Tough loss for the 4 seniors who've been fantastic parts of the program. Played great, tactics were working well. I'm very happy with the way we started out, and then just a couple of individual mistakes and just made it a little bit harder as the game went on, but that's the game.
Senior defender Lauren Aldrich talks about the keys to win the next few games.
Focus is going to be crucial. Just understanding the importance of each game, you know, the little things, execution like coach says, and then just going out and giving 100% every time we go out there, because this is it. We got 3 games, we get to control our own destiny, and then from there, you know, we'll see what happens.
O'Connor remains positive for the future the Trojans have with this young lineup.
If you look at the lineup every game, there's one thing that's consistent. We're starting a large number of freshmen. I don't consider that a bad thing whatsoever, but I love the experience that they're getting. I love the toughness that's being created by those players. And this is only going to serve them well moving into next year, and yet we're still in the frame to make the conference tournament.
Even though the Trojans lost, Aldridge says it was a special day for her and her family.
This was really special this weekend because for the first time ever, my family was able to come down to Alabama because I am from Massachusetts. So this entire weekend between Friday and today, it's just been like surreal.
Aldridge has some tips for the upcoming seniors.
Live and die at every moment, but also like have fun with it, because after this, I mean, that's it.
The Trojans will go on a 3-game road trip, first starting in Little Rock, Arkansas this Friday. Shaz Pirani, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports.
Troy volleyball kept its momentum going Friday night as it won its 3rd straight Sunbelt Road win in 5 sets over Georgia Southern. After falling in their first 4 conference matchups, the Trojans have responded with 3 wins in a row, all on the road, including a thrilling 5-set win Friday. Reigning conference players of the week, Cheyenne Hayes and Amara Anderson, headed the Troy attack. Hayes with 21 kills and Anderson with 55 assists. Both players recorded double-doubles in the match, as well with 12 and 17 digs respectively.
The Trojan volleyball team wrapped up another perfect weekend on the road in Sunbelt play with a 4-set victory at Georgia State Saturday night. The Trojans extended their winning streak to 4 matches despite dropping the opening set to the Panthers. After suffering a 20-25 loss in the opening frame, Troy stormed back with 25-19, 25-22, and 25-16 wins in succession to clinch the match. Troy's conference road winning streak is now the longest since the program joined the Sun Belt in 2005.
You know, it's always fun when we win a Setter of the Week award. You know, I think that, Amara's been on a stretch of like 5, 6, or 7 double-doubles in a row, you know, so she's playing great defense along with running our offense, but you know, it's a real testament to how hard our attackers have been working to be more efficient and kill more balls, and you know, it shows up not only in their stat column but really in Amara's as well, and you know, well deserved. She works hard every day.
The Troy men's and women's cross-country teams wrapped up the regular season at the Blazer Classic hosted by UAB, with the men finishing in 7th place and the women took 8th place on Friday morning. The men scored 174 points, just 19 points behind 6th place Tennessee. Florida State landed in 1st place in the 19-team field with 43 points. The women secured 237 points, with Tennessee taking home the team title with 45 points out of 19 teams. Both teams saw multiple athletes set seasonal and personal bests at the Montevallo course. Senior Bracker Stewart continued his stretch of pacing the Trojans by finishing 16th in the 133-man field in a personal best time. Head coach Elliott Blount on the finish.
We were scheduled to run down in Tallahassee, and then we got moved to Montevallo. UAB hosted me up there. We had some pretty good same competition. Most of the competition that was down at FSU ended up going to Montevallo, and I think we ran fairly well considering the change of venue and the women running back-to-back 6Ks, which wasn't initially in the plan.
Troy golfers carded a pair of eagles in 3 rounds under par on the opening day of the Jim Rivers Intercollegiate held Monday at Squire Creek. Troy finished in a tie for 8th place in the field of 15 as heavy rain canceled Tuesday's final round of play. Ike Alexander holed out on the par 4, 405-yard 8th hole, and Dean Martin carded a 3 on 561-yard 17th for Troy's first 2 eagles of the season. Martin led the Trojans in a tie for 20th place at 1 over following Monday's 2 rounds. He added 4 birdies to his eagle in the opening round to shoot 2 under before following with a 3 over 75 on his second trip through the course. Connor Futrell also dropped an opening round 2 under for the Trojans and tied with teammate Will McFadden for 31st place overall at 3 over.
The Troy women's tennis team wrapped up play in the ITA Regionals hosted by Ole Miss on Saturday. Celia Monero Estevan was defeated in the quarterfinals of the Division II flight by Southern Miss Katie De La Gorza. Mattia Mihavalek dropped her match to Harriet Hamilton of Jacksonville in the Division I consolation flight. The combos of Maria Casas Blas Estevan and Ting Ting Pei Shun Yi Juo fell in double competition. Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan football team's matchup against the South Alabama Jaguars.
But first, Briana sits down with volleyball's Kate Coast, Kiara Beard. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.